Okay, what have we got going on? Not a lot. We're waiting for some cards. I haven't changed the list because I'm 10-0, so no need to change it, but haven't used this card yet. Haven't used this card yet. I think I'm maybe not registering this enough. I probably should be boarding it in a bit more than I am, but yeah, other than that, things are all pretty good. I do feel light on removal now, because like there's none. I've got a portable hole and a Cratermaker and a seal. I don't know anything nice. I have like 4 removal spells across the 75, but I have Brazen Borrower, Seal of Removal, 4 Teferis, 2 Otawara, I guess Boseiju. So I have a ton of bounce. And, you know, disruptive stuff like Magus and Needle and Lavinia. But yeah, I do feel a bit light on removal, if I'm honest. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if anyone's seen the price of Wargate recently, but it's pretty disgusting. Pretty horrendous. In fact, let's see if we can find anywhere. Nope. Just no. Oh well. Anyway, we have our deck. Let's go play some games with it, I guess. Bye-bye play points. Hopefully we get some more at the end of it. Hey ho, right. So, obviously jumping into our first game. I'm looking to like, I want to play Yawgmoth because I want to see how this iteration fares. I think it's been a fairly bad matchup for me up until now. So, I'd like to face that. But, you can always get what you want. Football's quite interesting today. But that's not why we're here. We have 7 trophies now with this list. And they are all with this list. So, climbing, I feel that's a pretty good amount of trophies. I think Wizards sometimes post deck lists on a Tuesday. So I wonder if I made the cut this time. No, it's not there yet. This hand's fine. Obviously just missing one thing. It's missing one thing, but the engineer is kind of rubbish. I'll probably just ditch a portable hole depending on the matchup, obviously. Okay. Well, I think I meant to go get a basic fairly soon. I think I would prefer playing this than the... Yeah, I prefer playing the snake because I don't want to bolt that. Whereas the engineer, they do want to bolt. Even though it's wrong to bolt it, but like, I'd rather they wasted a bolt on the snake than the engineer to try and get their treasure token. But yeah, we definitely want basics in this matchup. Because they are going to be bolting stuff. Do I trade? Probably not. Probably not, because I need a white land, really. I was sacking it anyway, so the attack's free, the block's free. It's tempting to trade, it really was. Because it is an annoying card, obviously. So one of the best cards in the format. I think that really changes too much. I'm going to play Engineer, and I'm going to play this. And the reason I'm playing the Cavern is just to hide the fact that I have the basic island, because that might encourage them to play Blood Moon. Playing the island means they'll just never play the Blood Moon at this turn. I'd really like them to play Blood Moon if they have it. Ooh, yes, I will trade. Doesn't mean they have another Ragavan. Almost definitely. You know, just bomb in without having a Ragavan. But it also probably means they don't have a... Okay, that's fine. Probably means they don't have a Bolt. Would be my guess, but it is a guess. Perfect, right? So that's perfect. That's what we wanted to happen. They could still have a Bolt. Obviously this gets countered, but I'm playing it because I want it in the bin. That's quite interesting, actually. I could probably hold this. I think I'm gonna, because I have another Tameshi. Slowing them down seems useful. If I didn't have another Tameshi, I don't think I'd take that line. I think that would be a mistake. But we get punished if they have Relic or something like that. But it's unlikely with the Chalice. I know they have some one-drops. Fury, exiling Fury. You see, that's a fairly reasonable trade. You know, my Tameshi's drawn me a card and Portable Hold a card that would have done otherwise. Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, good. Thank you. Early days. This is the first game. We're 4 turns in, so fairly early days. Wait, what's this do? Sacrifice. Okay. Well, we can cope with that, and we can still win if we draw any payoff. We have the mana. Sweet. So we're a game up here. Just 100% of the time we win here. If I can afford to, I'll leave a land in play, but I don't need to have extra mana, but I do need enough to be able to actually kill them, so we'll work it out as we go along, but that is perfect. We could kill them and keep that in play, and it just gives us extra outs to... So like if we didn't draw an Eladamri's Call, we could Teferi this back. Or Otawara it back, or Seal of Removal it back. Okay, done. Didn't find... Oops. Didn't find the... finale, so we're going to just have to get clicking. How do you pop this out? Pop it out there. Oh, this is new. I don't normally put it there, so let's just take a bit of practice. But I'm sure there's some time savings to be had. I mean, normally I'd play Teferi, but there's clearly no point in that, so... And the reason I'm clicking so much mana here is because I'm going to need it for the finale anyway, so I might as well float it now and draw the extra cards. There we go. And we just click till we find finale. There it is. Let's just stop. And I think we just... whatever. Big snake. Kill him. Right. I want Burrenton Forge-Tender. I want Tracker. I think Seal of Cleansing, yeah. I don't want Spell Pierce or Seal of Removal. Pretty sure I don't want Portable Hull. Now they do have a Ragavans, so I could probably trim 2 birds actually. Or maybe a call on a Teferi is the way to go. Actually, let's trim a Cavern and a Teferi. Pretty tempted to bring in the Thin Ice as well. Let's just cut both of them. Cratermaker does something similar to on Thin Ice. Kills Chalice, kills Mindstone, kills Ragavan. Kills Ragavan, kills Fury. I don't know. It's annoying. We have 11 fetches to find a basic, and we have Sakura-Tribe Elder and Lotus Bloom, which are all very good. Birds is less good because they kill it, but yeah, I'm not too scared of it. I don't know what to do with this last slot. I'm picking one from these 4, essentially. I think I'm going to go on Thin Ice. No. I'm going to go Call. We've got Tireless Tracker worth searching for. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's not perfect. But no, I have a fairly good record against Blood Moon. There's certain hands you can't play around it, but like this one. But this hand is like, obviously it's fairly bad against Blood Moon. But it is, I think they could even board out Blood Moons. Like I showed them 3 basics and ways to go fetch them, so they could have boarded it out. This didn't die on the spot, so that's a good sign. And now I can tempo them out a little bit. No, wait. Whenever you activate a loyalty ability of a challenger planeswalker opponent, if you do copy it, discard a mountain card or a red card, draw a card. Okay, I think I meant to go get the Lotus Bloom now in case they have the Blood Moon or the removal spell. I don't actually have any white mana in this hand. So we'll go get Lotus Bloom now. Keep the Tameshi in hand. Potentially kill him next turn. Okay. Yeah, the Wargate prices are just bonkers. But kind of, the thing is, right, I don't play in paper, haven't done for years, but I would like to if the opportunity came along. You know, like if there was a team modern GP in the north of England, that's the criteria I'm looking for, so it's pretty unlikely. There's only Manchester or Liverpool that'll ever get a GP that I would go to. But if that situation came about, I'd be pretty good if I couldn't go. I think I could Teferi bounce the Sorceress Spyglass to still win here. I think. Okay, that helps. Let's just work it out. 1, 2, 3. So I would have... I think it's just a value cultivator. I don't think it can actually win me the game here. But it can get me a lot of cards. Blue, blue, blue. Tameshi. I guess if they have Bolt, that's not true, but I feel like Bolt would have targeted. Why? I always just like panic that I've got this wrong, the maths, but seems good. Yeah. Just play Dead Cultivator. The game's not done, but it's not far off. They can replay the Spyglass, which turns off Tameshi, but they can't. But I have another Teferi and a Brazen Borrower, so I think this is pretty much done. Don't have Wargate, so if they could remove my graveyard as well as Spyglass, then yeah, it's game. We have Basic Forest, Basic Island, Basic Plains available, and a tracker, so I can make at least 2 clues. Like, we just have so many lines. So even if they destroy the graveyard here, I can tracker, make 2 clues. Yeah, they should give up. We'll never know. But yeah, we could have trackered, made 2 clues. It's allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. With like Burrenton protecting the tracker. Yeah, we had a lot of action. That was that was a turn 3 through a Sorcerous Spyglass. It's not bad. Yeah, that was pretty good. Always nice when the deck just like gives you good hands. But I think the what's it called? The birds versus grazer thing is going to just rumble along forever. Because I get why grazer looks better. Like, in that scenario that we just had there, if that bird was a grazer, we would have had enough mana to kill them that turn, and we didn't have enough mana to kill them. It didn't turn out to matter, so you've got to take that into account. But yeah, I'm not sure about Cavern, if I'm honest. But the other thing is, like, there's a lot of hands, especially when you mulligan, where grazer's not very good. Also, this can't possibly be an upside, but it always feels like it is, in that when they bolt your bird, you're not that sad about it. And that was what I liked about the Esper Sentinels in the really early versions, was that they were just eating removal spells, and you wanted your cards to eat removal spells. So Tameshi resolved. And the further away you go from that, the harder. Yeah, the further away you go from that scenario, the more likely it is that Tameshi just dies. So you're putting pressure on your opponent. Like, if they don't bolt the bird, you have a mana advantage. If they do bolt the bird, it's 1 less bolt. Because actually, card quantity doesn't matter. It's the card quality that matters. And if their hand is like, okay, they've used a bolt or an unholy heat or whatever, this is the mirror. This looks familiar. This is the mirror, and we don't have the fastest hand. We are on the play. Twice in one league. didn't think I'd done anything. I think, right, that it doesn't have a ton of removal, because it's my deck. It only has really... it's more mana efficient. Their deck only really has Teferi. If you lose, the win streak keeps going. Yeah, well, last time I was... I said 18-2, but I lost the first round of my first league. So I was like 18-1, and the one loss was the mover. If I have Wargate, Tameshi, Cultivator, I'm dead. Showing on everywhere. I have tons of people asking to borrow my deck. Nice. They're using my old snake list, which is good. Because I was being mana efficient. They're going to let me... They're not going to let me activate this. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous thought. I'm in quite a tight spot here because I have to do this. It's a short on mana. And like... Surely they don't just let this... They're going to bounce in response, I'm sure. Yeah. So now next turn I can't combo without hitting a land. So I am probably going to lose this game. I stick with the belief that that was the right line, though. Deck is catching over. I've touched people asking about the deck. Skill map. When you played the mirror, did you win or lose? I don't know what list you were on. White, green, blue. Blah, blah, blah. They just work it. I mean, they're... Yeah, it looks good. Ah, you take that. 50-50 in the 50-50 matchup. I mean... But he's Mist Caller. Wow. Okay. I wonder... They only have one card left, so... Let's see. I mean... I can't really beat this Otawara. And they're not picking it up. Okay, I can't beat that either. But they don't have a payoff, but... Yeah, I can't beat that. Can't beat that yet. I should say. Do I... What do I do? I could try and get them, like, low on lands. So I could... I know, I don't have double white. That's awkward. You just play Tameshi, activate it, they bounce it, and then next turn they can just pick all this up again. If I had double white, this would be quite a lot easier. I'd be very tempted to Teferi bounce my engineer if that happened. And then I can portable hole and target this, and they'd have to bounce around Tameshi. Maybe. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I don't think Teferi does anything. Bouncing this doesn't really achieve much. They play it. They could add 3 and then draw a card. What else is in the deck? Brazen Borrower. I mean, that could do something, I suppose. Now, I think I'm just meant to force this out of the way. I'm just... Yeah. Oh, they draw a card as well. That's bad news, isn't it? Seal of Removal. Absolute powerhouse. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that was always coming back. I draw a card. I suspend a Lotus Bloom. Pass the turn. And so they've had a draw off of my own Tameshi, off their Tameshi, a draw for the draw step, and another draw with this, and the draw off this for the first time. They've had like 4 draws since they played Finale. So they're picking up Seal. Where's that going? Very tempted to let that happen and then portable hole it to get it back. If I sack it and add green and then target this, they can... Do you know what? They would end up picking up a lot of their lands. You'd have to use this and this. Pick up a land, play this. Right, I'm just going to let it happen. I'm going to portable hole their portable hole. It's mana efficient. So if I go green... What if I go green, blue? I'm the wrong colour mana now all of a sudden. I need an extra land. Need a land. To have a chance. Yeah. Right. I go green, blue. Boseiju this. They bounce this in response. So if I go white, portable hole, get my Lotus Bloom, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is enough for Tameshi Plus, but it's not enough for everything. This is so annoying. And not having double white is really annoying. I don't really think there's a way... Okay, I'm going to just try and draw a card. I think I should have gone for Sakura-Tribe Elder. Wow, okay, they have all the interaction. I mean, look, they've drawn a lot more cards than us, so this line is not surprising. It's not even good here, but yeah, but I guess when they have like this, and this, they don't really need to pick this up and cycle it, but I think I'd have been fairly tempted by now. Anyway, just show me the problem. Okay, that's not a problem. I still need to draw like a white source ideally. What did he just do? Draws a card, bounces seal of removal, and they can't play it again? Surely that's not the line. They must be sacking this to play the seal of removal, surely. Yeah, and then they have to bounce it back. Okay. So I need to deal with this and this. With just this. It's just so short of mana. What does that do? I think I want to go green, white. I could go green, white, Eladamri's Call. I don't want to bounce this because it's countering another Tameshi, another bloom that's coming off. What if I go for a bloom? Well, they still have this seal. Right. Let's just portable hole the portable hole. Get back my Lotus Bloom. And then let's white. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. Okay. Let's just let's lead on to Tameshi. Might be able to plow through here. They draw a card. Not great. They seal bounce it and I just recast it, right? And then play the white land. I think I could just plow through. I could even do it properly, look. Well, now they have to have Otawara. Oh, I think we've seen Otawara already though, right? Can I get another draw? Lovely. Okay. Not a bad one. I think they need to bounce this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have plenty of mana. I think we've got them, actually. I think they have to Otawara this. And then I'm going to have to do some maths again if they do. So I would have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only have 7 left over. Is that right? 11 down to 7. Yeah, so I wouldn't have Cultivator mana. That's rough. Yeah, I think this is right. If I draw a Cultivator, I could just fire it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, 4. I can't do the maths. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm short by a good amount. So what if... Yeah, Eladamri's call... Okay, what if we... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if we... Man, I can't work this out at all. Cannot work this out at all. If I play Eladamri's Call and get Brazen Borrower and bounce this. If I go Wargate, I'd have 5 mana, lose 3, go at 1. It's not enough. Okay. Good to know. I've taken this line because the extra draw is relevant at this stage. Because they don't get a draw. That's the reasoning. Right, I'm going to discard a Wargate. I'm going to discard a Finale, a Wargate, and a Call. Have they found a payoff? Surely they have by now. Anyway, I'm going to F6 because Boseiju doesn't really have any text. Crazy game. I guess I shouldn't in case they have removal for this and I want to sack it. I think I get the seal of removal back again. It's so brutal. So brutal. I know they've gone for Lotus Bloom. Okay. Well, that looks... I guess I could play Plains and play seal of removal. I'm F6. 3, 6, 9, 12. They've got plenty of mana. So if they found it, they've got us. Okay. I'm not too worried about that. Good to see him playing some old style junk. Man, this game has felt really tricky. Really tricky. Still only game 1. 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 12 mana, so I have lethal if I untap. What is their plan? I can't believe they've not found a call or a Wargate or a Finale. I guess they might have found a Finale and they're only winning 2 copies and therefore they couldn't use it. Anyhow, not to get too carried away, but this should be lethal. What can they have? I just don't know what they have. Lands? They just discarded all lands. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this is my Lotus Bloom that's not coming off suspend. So that could go over there somewhere. Yeah, just behind there is fine. Yeah, that happens. What am I missing? There's nothing that can go wrong here. Let's just jam. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wow, I can't actually kill them. Oh man, I'm going to die if they untap. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Cultivator? Nah. Okay. Well, I'm not jamming here. Let's call. Okay, we called nice and early because if they had a second spell pierce, for example, which wouldn't be mental, I don't want to lose to it. Right, so we've made it fairly clear that we will win next turn if we untap, but they will feel like they're due a payoff card. So we've drawn enough cards to effectively win this game. Discard that, discard a Teferi, a Wargate, another Tameshi. So what have I got? I haven't got too many fetchables, but that's not a problem. Right. Well, gain some life. Life gain is just not a thing in this matchup. Yeah, definitely. Man, my issues. Decking. They have not drawn it. Are they just killing off a cultivator to try and kill me? If they do this, I'm just gonna... I'll have to sit this out. I mean, it's taken us both 10 minutes to get to this stage, and... yeah. Their cultivator will die here. If they have one, obviously. And if they just have Finale, they might not have another copy. If they have Wargate, I think it dies. Yeah, I think they have Wargate and it dies. But if it is Finale, they might not have another copy. So I might be able to untap and kill them. Might. A lot of maybes going on. Pretty mental. Yeah, they've got to Wargate for it. So they've got no cards left. No mana left to be able to combo again. I take damage from this Omnath, but that's completely fine. We just have to make sure we have lethal without decking, which should really just involve 2 birds and a Finale. Okay. That was crazy. I think deserved that more than me. They put this game was insane. I put this. That was crazy. Right. I mean, fuck. What the hell are you meant to do here? Lavinia doesn't have text, really. No, it does. It stops Finale and Wargate, doesn't it? Is mana value... The top half, does X count in the mana value? I don't... Oh, I do want Thomas Crypton Endurance. Do I want the Needle? I think I do on the draw. I think I want to grind it down. Right, I'm going to cut that. Pobble Hole has no targets, really. And I don't love Teferi. On Thin Ice, I'm really not sure about here. I saw at least 2 Sakura-Tribe Elders, so I think they're on 4. So I'm not going to bring that in. I don't imagine the game goes that grindy normally. Like, that was just an anomaly. Seal of Cleansing and Goblin Cratermaker can upkeep kill a Lotus Bloom. But what else? Nothing else. I'm just going to bring Lavinia, Thomas, Crypton, and Jaws to try and be quick, I guess. It's the Needle that's interesting me the most. Because this Teferi's pretty rubbish. I'm kind of tempted just to run it and then bounce it back to my hand if I get to a stage where I could kill him. Being on the draw, speed matters. And it's only endurance at instant speed that Teferi cares about, and a spell pierce or 3 if they bring them in. Because like, this hand just isn't good enough on the draw, right? This hand doesn't have a green, but it is good enough because it has the Lavinia to stop the Wargate and the... Well, and counters the Lotus Bloom, but I mean, that's not great. It stops Wargate and Finale. 2 Lotus Blooms. Okay, well, let's hope... Okay, well, I am the control deck. I won't tell them I'm a control deck, but I am a control deck. I guess I just run it out. It counters 2 Lotus Blooms, and it stops Wargate and Finale. That'll do for me. It's not quite Meddling Mage good, but Meddling Mage shuts down my own deck, so... And obviously I don't register Meddling Mage at the minute. Not to... the seal is good here. I have a little bit of a levelling war. This is hilarious. Yeah, so they had to return that. And now I'm going to name Tameshi. And I realise how mental all this appears. I really didn't want to go get a blue either, but here we are. The reason that if they're quicker than us, the needle just doesn't... Sorry, if they're quicker than us, they're on the play, so they're going to be quicker than us on average, so the needle makes sense. Just try and buy time. If we're not going to win without it, so let's have it. They've gone for endurance. So are they just on, like, medium beats plan, perhaps? Wouldn't blame them. Trigger. Uh-oh. Teferi's good. Like, they tick it up. If they could get rid of this, it's pretty good. Right, okay. Now we can go call, get to Meshy. It's all pretty mental, isn't it? I don't really understand how this game's got to this stage. I'm fairly tempted to take the snake, because this goes to 3, they took it up, goes to 4, I swing. No, I can't just keep swinging, so... Play this, swing. Then I might have to use the seal of removal to bounce the... I know, I have Otawara that can bounce Teferi, so that's a bonus, I guess. I could potentially die. If they go land, bounce needle... Right. Well, that bit's okay, actually. Yeah, I was going to say that suggests a second Teferi. And it does. And they took up again? Yeah. I can't really play this Otawara. I will need it. Okay, I'm going to go get Temple Garden. I'll get a bit liberal with my life total, but there's Lavinia. There's Tameshi. There's Upkeep Stop in case I need it. I think I do need it. I think I have to bounce the Teferi so that I can try and combo, but we know they have endurance, so I can't exactly combo with ease. But we bounce the Teferi and we draw a card off the Tameshi there, and we just leave the Lotus Bloom in play. We can't actually activate this, can we? So oh, that only costs 2. Insane. And we got a trigger. Absolutely insane. That is a plane, so we can... I still can't use this. This is a hilarious game. I think we just play Snake and just start attacking. We'll cycle next turn if we have to. Yeah, if we just draw a blank. Oh, if they try and, like, destroy my Lotus Bloom. Wargate X0. Done. Gets an Otawara? Or did they already have that? What did they... I don't know what they just got. But it was a land. They had plains. It was this. They needed a green source, so they've gone for one. Makes sense, doesn't it? Guy's got his head screwed on. So they can flash in endurance. That's what this is about. Okay, that's not terrible. Oh, but I still have this to deal with. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to start by cycling the Tri-land. That's pretty good. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just pass. I guess I could attack and then bounce the endurance, but I'm not going to win with just average beats against endurance, so screw it. Basically, if they have to cast endurance out, that's kind of good. They need an answer to this as much as we do. Grand Abolisher. It's uncastable at the minute. I didn't board mine in. I didn't think we would be playing on the stack as much as we are, if I'm honest. We've ground this game to a halt with this and this. They exile another Lotus Bloom. That's okay. Right. Eladamri's call gets Brazen. Oh no. Something has gone very wrong. I can't bounce this with the Brazen Borrower because it says opponents. Huh. Wargate for Stomping Ground. Oh, we could do that. But I wanted to use... But they have an endurance, so I needed a second Lotus Bloom to get round of it. We don't have a payoff yet. So, like, okay, what I'm going to do... What did you just say? Go for a Teferi. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's go get a Teferi. And then they have to respond if they have a response. I bet they just have Spell Pierce. No, they're forced to flash in the endurance. So they know what's up. We get Teferi. Bounce, Needle. Oh, I only have one Teferi. Wow. Bounce Needle. Go for it. But if it goes wrong, replay Needle. Ah, it went wrong. Okay. It's not the end of the world, though, is it? Let's just... Yikes. Actually, you just have to replay the Needle. Naming Tameshi again. And then I'll suspend that. And then I'll pass. I'm very, very likely to bounce this endurance. Very likely to bounce this endurance because I need this Teferi in play for next turn. Actually, I kind of need it for 2 turns, which makes it a bit unrealistic. Screw it, let's bounce it. I think they just have to hard cast it again. They don't have the luxury of... I don't have any luxuries here, do they really? I'll jump with Lavinia next time out. if they don't cast it... So my plan here, by the way, is to Goblin Engineer something away and then activate the Engineer to sack the Needle. But I can't do that this turn. I'm very low on ways of getting rid of this Needle now, so I'm kind of relying on them getting rid of it. Okay, they play Tameshi and then they play a Grand Abolisher. So we're both unable to interact. So if they answer Needle next turn, I'm dead, right? Unless I answer the Needle. No, I can't. That's not what that card does. Oh, I cut the portable hole, so we'll put a Bloom in there since it's mostly useless now. Okay, this does have a text on it, but not really. But okay, I think they'll still struggle to kill us, even if they have an answer to this and a payoff. Feels like they have an answer though, doesn't it? Yeah. So this is going away. We both draw a card. Doesn't have any text, that's a shame. I think we have 6. But just remember, Lavinia will stop them from Wargating or Finale. So I don't think we can die. I don't think that's not true. They can use Otawara to bounce to Lavinia. They will have tricks at some point. So I think we can and will die. But I also think we have to make them go to time. Well, they have 2 Blooms on the go, of course they do. So they have the first bit. And then Otawara bounces Lavinia. And then they can Finale. Looks like they just forget. That's the thing people do, right? Man, what a crazy game. Why did I board out all the Teferis when they play Lotus Bloom? I'm not sure. I'm going to cut the Needle and I'm going to cut for this and I'm going to cut something else. I'm not bringing in Grand Abolisher though. I know it protects the combo, but there's not 1,000 ways that they could stop it. I feel a bit scummy making this go to time. It's our own deck as well. That kind of sucks. I prefer to turn 5/6. Oh, Bob found a really cool line in the last game where you could sack our portable hull to the Goblin Engineer. That was a sick line. People have a different opinion on what's kosher and what's not with clocks on Modo. I just feel like, I don't know, if this game was to continue, then we wouldn't win. Well, we could have a good game, right? I mean, yeah, so block, take 22. 21. But I kind of have to do this, right? But they don't have to do this. They could just say no and swing. So they're running down that road clock. I mean, I am 7 minutes ahead. It's just like it's quite a lot. This is pikey. Do you know what? I might have had a line to use this Boseiju, like, at another point. Also, when you're baiting for time, you should double block. Anyway, maybe I do just grind it to a halt and use Lavinia and Needle and Endurance and just be a control deck and... Oh, they've actually disconnected. Good. Right, well, I'm not going to click submit. I'm going to wait. Okay, what do I cut? I'm going to cut the snake. Cut the cavern. I mean, yeah, managing the lag on Modo is also part of the game. I mean, mine's not going too crazy at the minute. I mean, it is. It was double that earlier, though, so what can you do? Maybe 3 Teferi's enough. Like, it's not lights out, is it? It's fairly good. Let's cut a bloom of our own. I guess unless they've clicked submit, it doesn't really make a difference. So I just click it. I feel bad. Like, I do. I don't want to win on clock. I never want to win on clock. Like, and I would win on clock if they seemed slow, but they haven't seemed slow. There's been a lot of decisions, and we've both used a lot of our clock. So I don't feel like they've been disgustingly slow. And I can't keep that. I can keep that. I can only really keep it because we're going to win on time, which sucks, but not really. Actually, I'm going to just get a tap land. I don't actually need to do anything. Suspend a bloom, play a tap land. Okay. Play a tap land, play a seal. Go. Play it. No, you don't play a Teferi yet. You play a Wargate because the Teferi could get hit with a removal spell, like, I don't know, Skyclave or Brazen Borrower or whatever. So they're doing what I'm doing. I'm going to play a Teferi and I'm going to bounce a Lotus Bloom. Am I actually going to bounce Lotus Bloom? I'm not sure I am, actually. Felt like they were F6. I bounce it. That was pikey. That was certainly because you're F6, I'm going to do this. Didn't know you were streaming. I'm driving home, but I was listening. I went 2 last night with Tameshi. Nice. Good effort. How do you type whilst driving? Good effort. Yeah, I mean, that sucked. Honestly. I wasn't drawing well. I mean, there's a really good chance I win this game, but yeah. Ketchel, hello. Jesus, I didn't realise. Okay, it's an hour to play 2 games. That's pretty below par. Below par indeed. Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't like that. Hayashi plays red decks and plays them very well. He'll be on this first page. 15 trophies. No Abosh. Well, I'm not keeping 6 lands at Eladamri's call. I'll probably keep this, so I don't know. Let's took the Boseiju. No. Don't be crazy. Let's took Basic Forest, Basic Plains. Well, we don't need Basic Islands, so let's go to that. That was crazy. But I don't like winning like that. But I think I probably win anyway. I had a decent hand. I had Thomas Crypt Seal, Tameshi, Lotus Bloom. I just didn't have a payoff. I wasn't drawing one, but I didn't need to. I was miles ahead. Yeah, I thought they'd be doing something like this. Because, you know, Hayashi, it's what he does. Green, white, go. I'm going to play around Blood Moon just in case. It's fairly easy to play around it. We don't actually need all our colours, so... Be stuck on 1 land, please. Rift Ball. Interesting. White, green, call, blue, play that. I'm still only on turn... I'm on a turn 4 on the draw against fast red deck, so... And I'm down to 14, 13, 12. I'm down to 12 already, even if they play 0 cards. Down to 11. But we have to play towards winning the game. Which involves just doing this, I guess. Get a Lotus Bloom pass. So if they do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they miss a land drop, the most they could do is 7. If they hit the land drop, they can do the full 11 probably. Since Bolt's worth 5. I mean, whoa. Well, I think we've won. I'll take my 2. Play land. Go off. And the first one can die because we've got the second already. So we'll just float the mana. Bang, bang. Here we go. Lucky they missed their land drop, surely, but take what you can get. We haven't found Finale yet, so we just keep going like this. And just be careful not to cast spells I don't need to. Like I'm always tempted to just like fire off a bird, fire off a Teferi, fire off Wargate for a land. But I don't need to do any of that, so I just won't. I leave this Stomping Ground in play because it's the one I need the least. Sorry, this one that requires the least clicks because I don't have to click. No, I don't want to shock. Oops. Like, we already have the finale mana. Do we have enough actual damage when we find finale? If we find finale? Wow. Okay. Well. That's kind of annoying. Going into click mode, I'm getting a bit of lag. I probably need to reset my motto after this. But this kind of sucks. So I need 10 mana, I need 22 mana to have lethal, so let's stop. Well, I can't really stop because I need the draw. So let's just go a bit further. Do you know what? Cultivator number 3. I don't really need the draw because I have... Yeah, there we go. Let's stop. Right. Nice, clean turn 4 win. Just the X20. Now I'm done. Bang. 100 and many. I was attacking for 127 now. Right. Forge-Tenders. Possibly Cratermaker. And on thin ice. And probably nothing else. What don't I want? I don't want Spell Pierce. Gonna cut a Teferi. I think I might just do that. I know, on the draw it's a bit shaky. Got a Cavern for on thin ice. And register that. Right. Not good enough. Good enough. Wow, I think I took the birds. Not a line I thought I'd say. White, green, blue. Yeah, sweet. Forge-Tender is a beast. Love it. I stuck on a land again. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm going to start taking a bit more damage now, aren't I? But... So, we can... I mean... Yikes. Big yikes. Yeah, sort of. Actually, it's okay. I just need to not die. Everything will be fine. You know, I can Wargate this turn, and I can... Wow. I have one card left in hand. I can Wargate. And then the following turn, I might be able to pull off Teferi and Tameshi. Would need a land to do that, which I will have sooner or later. But yeah, I can bounce the relic and then go off. So could be all okay. And if they have a bolt here, I would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, if they had double bolt, a bit more, but you know, I'm fairly good here. I mean, they've still got the relic, which is annoying, but so I need to draw land. I'm going down to 3. So next turn I have to block and sack, but not necessarily. Draw land. Okay. I play that. I bounce that. I don't get to draw. Okay. Do I bounce the Soulscar Mage? I think so. I'm going to bounce the Soulscar Mage so that I have better blocks. And then if I draw land, I can go again next turn. Try again next turn. I'm going to sack this for Tameshi. And now if they crack the relic, I can Wargate next turn. That's why I've done that, because I've drawn the Wargate. No other reason. Plus I want the blocker, and like we know the last card is a Soulscar Mage. They need to crack this relic. Because they need the damage as well, so they actually need to draw a spell. So, but look, if they have a bolt here, they target me, I have to sack this to prevent it, and then I would block here and take 4. It could still be dead on board. Actually, no idea. I haven't done the maths. Because why would you? I'm not dead on board. So it should mean I win. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we got it. So that leaves a white left over. No, I need to go the full lot here. I haven't. This isn't deterministic actually. I'm a bit low on lands. So I guess. Wait a sec. Do I have enough? No. I could do X10. Wait a sec. What's X10? Is X10 enough? Be 10. That'd be 12. Yeah, but X10 is enough, isn't it? It's 2 10-powered creatures. Lucky boy. And that is that done. And we would have missed. So good job we have lethal. Whew. Nice. Hayashi. Swiped out of the way. Oh, it all feels pretty tense. I feel like I'm playing at like 1,000 miles an hour. Keep. Pretty please. I love this hand. That was a game where we could just fetch basics all the time and never took any damage. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to play around Blood Moon. Felt pretty clutch. What's the let? What? Ali? I don't know what that is. Letter. What is this? What's red Eighth Veil? I actually know what red Eighth Veil decks do. That's a pretty beautiful draw. I can bounce the Eighth Veil and I can Wargate on their end step next turn. That felt pretty clutch. The deck's awesome, Mick. I have now won 13 matches in a row. So yeah, it's pretty good. I should have realised this was goblins. But anyway, I don't want them to have munitions expert and target the birds. Or do I? Well, maybe I do. I'm probably alright with that. Oh mate, trying to play this deck is killing my brain. But why is your brain dead? Are you busy work life at the minute? Here comes munitions expert. I'd rather they targeted the birds than the Teferi, if I'm honest. Yeah. I think this is all okay-ish. What's going on? I guess yeah, things have got to be fairly mental for you, right? I don't know whether just to play a snake, to be honest. What if I play snake, block, and then next turn just kill him? Yeah, that seems pretty good. Snake, block, uptick, kill. I keep saying kill, I haven't got a payoff yet, but it's not really about having a payoff, it's about having the value out of Tameshi and Wargate. Oh, I don't know why, I feel really tense. I guess the downside of this is if they play the Snoop and I could be dead next turn. This doesn't feel dead. Goblin Matron finding Snoop kind of takes 2 turns, so that's okay. What else could they get that I care about? Not a lot. They still have an Eighth Veil Rotten in hand over there. I mean, no way I don't block here. Block. I guess I get basic forest since this will get basic island. So, okay, well that's not ideal, but it's not fine. It's rubbish. It's a terrible card, but we get one more look with the Wargate and the Tameshi. Wargate. Yeah, so I'll have to fetch, so I might as well do that now. Get the island. Kicked off 2 major projects to find. Ha! Amazing. Have you done like a 12-hour day or something? That sounds pretty full on. Gone are the days of just slacking off at work. I don't believe that for a second, by the way. I'm sure you still slack off at work. To be fair, Rick, I haven't actually been to it this week. Jensen's been throwing up pretty violently. It's pretty tough. It's a tough watch, but yeah, he's been really ill. So, and Tan started a new job yesterday, so it has to be me who takes the time off. Come on, payoff. Any of my million payoffs, please. I say million. There's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 left in the deck. Anyway, that's clearly not one of them. Okay, so if they have munitions expert number 2, very likely to die or not win. If they have not got a second munitions expert, I'm fairly likely to win. I'll get a draw off this, draw off my draw step, and a bounce trigger off of this. So I get 3 more looks at finding 12 cards. I've already had 2 looks. So I will have had 5 looks at finding 12 in like 46, 48. So no one should have me as a nurse. Completely agree. Poor lad. I don't really get what my opponent's trying to achieve here by playing another matron. They should have just... I know they've been mana efficient, but they should have just put me in a squeeze with the mana. They should have forced... Like, if they play the Snoop, I have to respect it, and it threatens killing me. So they should have just played it. Anyway, let's start... Oh, no, wait. This is a way to get an extra draw. So you crack your fetch, you get a tri-land, you pick it up, draw a card off the Tameshi, draw an Eladamri's Call, win the game. Perfect. But if we hadn't, we drew a tri-land, so let's go with Call. Let's go grab the Cultivator. I think in this spot you're meant to keep the Cultivator in play because you can bounce it with this Teferi that has some counters on it and hasn't been used yet. So pretty good. I mean, they can't win. We have Teferi, so we have won. It's always nice when we're ahead on clock with this deck because it's so click heavy. Let's go to the blue mana. Let's make a little 1/1. Oh no, wait. It's much bigger and we're drawing lots of cards. And there's another Cultivator. We're just looking for Finale now. Done. And there's just no way we can lose. We have like infinite Cultivators because we have the Cultivator and we have the Teferi and we have Wargate, which would get seal of removal, and the seal of removal can be picked up by the Tameshi, so it is actual factual infinite Cultivators, so there's no way we can physically lose from here. It's pretty... It's not that often you get to say, oh, this deck can't fizzle, but it can't fizzle. But we're very unlikely to need to bounce. We've got the 2 Cultivators in hand. We've got enough lands to draw most of our deck. So yeah, can't fizzle is pretty accurate. I'd lose every game to clock playing that deck line. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty click heavy, and you're pretty bad at clicking, so that combo is never going to work. I mean, a lot of people have moaned about the clicks. Some of the earlier versions were worse for clicking. Unbelievably. There's a Finale, so we've got the win, so let's just stop there, whatever, done. There's no Cultivator left anywhere though, so I think I'm going to have to make a big flying bird of paradise. Yeah. Donk. Birding in for 22. Sweet. Right. Removal spells and protection from red. I think that stops Goblin Snoop. I kind of need to read Goblin Snoop, but Goblin Snoop. What's it actually called? Snoop. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast Goblin spells from as long as the top card of your library is a Goblin. It has all the activated abilities. So if I name Snoop, it can't be a massive Kiki Jiki. We don't want Spell Pierce. We don't want Oh, we do want most of this stuff, actually. We'll cut a Cavern, cut a Teferi. Cut a Call. Ooh. And a Bloom? No. It's Bloom or Wargate. I guess it's Wargate. Or Seal of Removal. Seal of Removal's not great, because I can see this getting a bit grindy with the munitions experts and stuff. Though I'm not sure that actually favours us. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this hand isn't stunning because there's just no action. It's like 6 mana sources. Mid-range playing combat decks just feels like a life lost to me. The thing is about this deck, right? I don't think it's worth it because you just tap it at sorcery speed, and that would still cause me a big headache. Ooh, yikes! Just got home. I was typing while jamming. I was just getting ready to pull out my parking spot. Yeah, whatever. Nah, I do believe you. Yeah, the thing is with this combo deck, Vic, is that it actually, the combo turns themselves are a little bit, or can be a little bit repetitive. Some of them are a bit more complicated than others. But actually getting to that stage is quite interesting with this deck. Oh, is the munitions expert. Goddamn bird. I think I have to keep the birds in, but they do have Morg Fanatic as well, so maybe you can argue for getting rid of those. I'm going to really regret this if they have a Blood Moon effect, because I don't have basic planes. They don't look like a Blood Moon deck. Also, I'm fairly close to not being able to bounce this Leyline because they couldn't just cast it. They've got lands. Do they keep... Are they multi-6 and they still manage to have 3 lands and 3 spells and the best 8 card they could have? So they've started off pretty well. We'll do well to beat this. But we can beat it. Like, unless they have exactly land this turn. I'm going to bounce it now, and they're going to attack this down, but I'm going to bounce it now because if they don't have land that they can use, if they don't have a land that they can use to cast that ley line, I can Goblin Engineer, and once it's in, Leyline of the Void doesn't get rid of it. It only gets rid of it if you put it in there earlier. And then even if they do have the land and play it, I have this Otawara to bounce the Leyline. They had it, obviously. And a freaking Goblin to boot. But, you know, not the end of the world. We're actually not. So Tameshi has been very good. We're 3-0 and a game up. And we were 10-0 in the last 10 matches. So, cannot complain. So I think this turn... Yeah, this is actually quite awkward. It's actually more difficult than I realised. Because now they can always just recast it, so... I'm going to have to deal with that like at least 2 more times. And this... So if I bounce it now, and then play Engineer and put a Lotus Bloom in the bin, and then Eladamri's Call, that's fine. I mean, I'm still going to have to deal with it in a little bit, but why didn't they play that? What if they... What flashy goblins are there? Munitions expert's about the only one I could think of. That's a good backup. Lotus Bloom. Because, you know, we're just trying to grind the game to a halt. So let's put a Lotus Bloom in the bin and play a taps land. Say go. So we can... I really don't understand why they didn't play this Bogart last time. Let's fire this off. For Tameshi. I think they probably have another one of these. But now that they've seen the Tameshi. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, by the way, after I finish writing the primer for that Magda deck I was talking to you about on Discord, would you like me to send it to you? Yes, please. That'd be sweet. Cheers, Rick. I did completely miss that. But, Jason, there have been some people playing that deck. So, I'm expecting my Tameshi to eat shit here, but... Have I played a land this turn? No. Okay. No munitions expert? Okay. This is where I would like Skyclave. And I haven't brought in anything that I can finale up here. But it's alright-ish, because they're not attacking. But yeah, there's other people have played the Magda deck and added Clock of Omens. MTG Modern Magda combo. I've seen some of it. I think the main dude was Zach. I can't remember his actual gamer tag. What was Zach's thing? But like this, okay, so this was on MTG Goldfish, but people have tried slapping a Clock of Omens in there. I just got it followed in my D&D junkie, thank you. Anyway, MTG Goldfish link. Right, so they Bogart Harbinger. If they play Snoop, I have the whole... Oh, Ringleader's bad for me. Why are they not playing it? I just don't understand. So I have 8 mana. What's in my deck? I don't think I bought in Seal of Cleansing. No. On Thin Ice, no good. Just so many things, no good. Wait, I have a Teferi. I don't have enough mana for Teferi, but I have a Teferi. I bought it out the snake? No, I didn't. Let's go get a snake this turn. Just built your basic shell in paper, played so much last night. Thanks for the content. No worries at all. I just love this deck, so like I'm going to play it. And it's this time playing it, you might as well join in, I guess. Right, we have a snake. So, now that we have a snake, next turn we can Wargate for Teferi, bounce the ley line, and maybe win. We also have another Lotus Bloom coming, so maybe I didn't need to take this line. They have so many mana. Why do they... Like, they had 4 mana last turn. Why didn't they play the Ringleader? I just don't understand. Anyway, this could cause me a problem. Could also not cause me a problem, but Munitions Expert is a problem. You don't have the rest of the common to win the game. They just infinite touch treasures it to different treasures. I mean, infinite touch treasures to win the same turn. Oh, right, nice. I think there is plenty of wins that way. Right, Snoop, and they've got 2 Harbingers in hand. They have Veil on top, so they can kill me next turn, but I think I can kill them in my turn, so that's that. Done and dusted. So yeah, we're just going for a big Wargate for Teferi. And then we'll play this Cultivator, then we'll finale. Yeah. Wargate for many. Oh, what's really cool here as well is that Teferi triggers Tameshi. Because it's bouncing an enchantment. Bounce. Da-da, da-da. Draw a card. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. fact they don't have trample is kind of a problem. But anyway, it's not, is it? I'm just trying to save clicks more than anything. Let's see how much mana we could get, and then let's see if we can find a way to win without having to play a cultivator first. I really like Magda, by the way, and the deck that you're on about, Jason. It's a really sweet card. It's a pretty good card. Right, how much mana have we got? 5, 8, 15, 21. So I could Wargate X4 would leave me 17. So it would give me plus 15. You'd have a 15 powered cultivator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough. Round 3. I can't remember. Because my memory is dreadful. Right. Wargate X1. Here's a unique line you don't see every time. Bears of Paradise. My bird gets haste. So you can tap for mana. But that's not what we're doing. We're just getting in for 15 in the air and then using a cultivator to do the other 3 damage that I need to do. But yeah, this donks them down to 3, so they'd have to chump. They can chump there and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of that. So take another 9. So this is lethal. I don't actually need to put any lands into play, but I'm gonna round 3 might have been the mirror. I can't remember. Anyway, no, M Hayashi. He's just mono red prowess. Got stuck on lands both games though, so that certainly helped. So we played. Can't remember what this guy was on. Played the mirror, played mono red, played goblins. Second time I've played goblins in this last 3 leagues. Whatever this guy was on. Can't remember what this guy was on. Well, I beat it, but it doesn't mean anything. This looks like this was mono red as well. Oh, it's mono red Chandras, basically. It's like a moon Chandra deck. Whoa, stop. Uh-oh. I think I might have caused Magic to have a fit. So I'm going to try and prevent myself from getting hacked, because that's happened recently. So I'm going to take this off the screen, and then I'm going to mute, and then there's no risk of something crazy. Am I back? I'm back. Rick, yeah, someone did hack me and took like $550 worth of collection. Didn't replace it with any sneaky Homlicus, so that was a bit annoying. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. We've got a sick child and we're a bit worried that he's got hepatitis all of a sudden. So yeah, that's not great. Yeah. Apparently there's been a spread of it in the UK. It's a rare disease and we have all the symptoms. Like every single one of them. Aching joints, sickness, fucking the lot. With a 4-year-old. So it's like, it's pretty hard to get out of them exactly how they're feeling. But yeah. I'm hoping it's just a sickness bug. Yeah, sorry, I was just on the phone. So yeah. Currently 14-0 with this deck. I've dropped 2 games in the last 9 matches. Just kind of nuts. Very nuts. Anyway, funny. Twitter. What a crazy land that is. Anyway, can we 5-0 on stream as well as off? 7 trophies with the deck. Feeling good, feeling good. Anyway, it's quite hard to get a match at 4 now, it seems. Just a bit of sitting around. The Thetmeet 8. I'm sure that's not how I meant to say your name, but are you in our Discord? Because all my content's pinned there, which is good. Like, it's like easy to find. I should invite people. Copy, paste. For anyone who's not in the Discord, like jump in. It's a nice place to get the content. Do you know what version of hepatitis it's like to be? Hepatitis A is the outbreak that they've been talking about. Like Tan's just found it on a news outlet, on like not proper news, but yeah. Apparently it's a thing. There's been a little bit of a spread. This is a keep all day long. I don't know. Undefined hepatitis outbreak in children. Not ideal. Oh, cookbook. This is going to be rough. Yikes. Big yikes, because this is like repeatable way of blowing up my Tameshis. But if it's a hollow one deck, it's actually less likely to be that. Yeah, this is a problem. Discard 3 lands? That could have been worse. It depends what they've got. How many hollow ones? None. So the next question is how many food are they going to be able to make? And they slow rolled it. So the problem is living to turn 4, and then the next problem after that is there's many problems after that, isn't there really? Yeah, I mean, I think Jensen's coming around a bit as well, so I don't think it's too bad. I'm not too worried. It's pretty weird to read it and I don't think there is. I don't think we have a vaccine for it now. That I know of. I don't think we can live till turn 4. So I think we've lost this game. What are these? This is 9, so I go to 8. So yeah, I don't live here. Oh, we do have vaccines. 60 cases in England. So I mean, like, F all. But hopefully nothing too serious. I mean, I could go get a bird. This is bad. Because I'm dead on board, right? So I'm just dead on board. I have to take it to go aboard, okay. So they can discard any card and then sack the 2 food to kill this, and then they can pump both of these and I'm dead. So I'm dead. Freaking root wallers. It'd be cool if they were green, but they're not, so it's not cool. Would have won this game on the play. Ah, the flex. Okay, right. I want Forge Tenders, on Thin Ice, Tormod's Crypt. I actually want Needle, maybe definitely Cratermaker, Seal of Cleansing, maybe, and Endurance. Yeah, it's a hellishly fast deck. I'm going to take out the Spell Pierce. I'm going to take out 3 of the Teferis. I'm going to take out Cavern of Souls, a Wargate, Needle deals with Asmo. This deals with ley lines and hollow ones. Let's cut the snake, and let's cut. Jesus, I've got full control mode here. Another bird. Yeah, fuck it. It's close, but these 3 cards together is pretty bad. Wow, this is bad. I think this is it. I think this is the end of the run. I mean, I'm fairly tempted to keep this because it has Wargate, Tameshi, Lotus Bloom. And if I draw a forest on exactly turn 2, probably get away with it. There's been plenty of thoughts about Grazer. It's sort of like the first thing everyone says and the last thing anyone talks about in our groups. It's not like, I'm not trying to like rubbish it or anything like that. It's like a legit question because there isn't really an answer to it at the minute. There are hardcore Grazer fans and there's me on birds basically. And I've tested Grazer quite a lot, but I've just not ever had good results with it. And a hand like this is a fairly reasonable example. It's not exactly the right example, but Birds of Paradise is much better when you mulligan than Arboreal Grazer, is what it comes down to. I'm tagging that because they like to discard cards. Stops them getting a free Asmo, stops them getting a free Root Waller. If they just have 2 Root Wallers and a Vengevine, that's pretty bad. That's very bad. Down to 16, I play this block here. Need lands to be able to kill them. That's a land. I'm not dead yet. I thought Team 1 is very good. So the reason people like Grazer is because it leads to more turn 3 kills because it puts the lands into play, so you have 4 lands to bounce with the Tameshi instead of just the 3, so you get more turn 3 kills with Grazer. Might be meta dependent, but I actually think what it is a little bit to do with playstyle as well. Maybe how much you mulligan, whether or not you want the 26 lands or whether you want... I'm on 25 with my birds. Right. I mean, I just have to go for it and make them crack this and then go again next turn. It's really awkward though, because they could crack it in response to it hitting the bin, which is just a bit annoying. This is a spot where a card like Glasspool Mimic or any of the creature lands would be great, because you could just call up a land and play it. But as it is, we can't. If they let me get a trigger, I get to draw a card. Let me get a trigger. Okay, thank you. So now they crack it, right? But then I can just replay the land, because I can replay the land. I don't play the land this turn. So play the land, pass, and then we have... Oh, I have to draw a land to be able to Wargate? That's awkward. I like it because it blocks a lot of Field Badges, this spell on it. Yeah, and I guess so like Quasar does block well. Seems great with an abundance of Vagabonds. Yeah, I mean all that is true, 100%. Oh, I have to sack Burrenton Forge-Tender to this thing. That's at the end of the world. We need to draw a green or a blue source this turn, exactly this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they have bolt, they have bolt. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're dead next turn. So I'm not even sure we can win from here, even if we do draw the land. But I'm certainly going to try. So what would I do? I would Wargate for Lotus Bloom. Would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could win. So I'll take that out of the way. There's no defensive lines we could take. So we lose. Yeah. Yeah, do we? We could block here, we could block here, take 2. But we lose turn after, probably. So if they have exactly nothing, I would then have exactly nothing. Yeah, we're dead. GG's. Very close. Like I say, any green or blue source would have got us there. We'd have had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wouldn't draw away from taking it to a 5th. So, not bad. Not bad at all. I'd take that. 4-2-1's very good. The streak is over, but it's not done. We've been playing pretty well. But the matchups have favoured us a little bit as well. We've had a bit of good fortune, which you have to when you go on like an absolute heater. So yeah, I mean this list, it's felt fine. I mean, it's really hard to give like reasonable feedback when you're 14-1. You know, we lost to the Hollow Under, which isn't really part of the meta, but also, you know, we drew fairly poorly. We had to keep a 1-lander and we nearly won. If we'd have drawn a third land by turn, what was it, turn 5, turn 4? I don't know. But if we'd have drawn the land, we'd have won that game. So we were fairly unlucky in the loss that we had. Not particularly unlucky because the first game we were losing. Whatever happened there, we were not good enough to win that game. But like I say, we've had a variance in our favour in other spots. We didn't have it in our favour there. But I can't really recommend running anything other than the list I'm running because I'm 14-1 at the minute. So, yeah. You know, if you expect a load of hollow ones, add another, I don't know, add something. I don't know. I don't even know what that deck doesn't want to see, but, you know, maybe Leyline of the Void, I don't know. I don't think you should really be playing that card, but local metas and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, hard for me to recommend anything else. I've tried lists with Four Grazers. I've tried lists with for Sakura-Tribe Elders, and I've tried lists with 4 birds, and I only get results with 4 birds. So yeah, no worries, Jason. I'm pretty much done. I haven't really much else I can say about the list. It's working well. So yeah, thanks for dropping by and watching. Send me a list to yours. Yeah, that'd be sweet. And I'm gonna go sort out my life because stuff's going on upstairs. But anyway, yeah, like I say, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time I'm online. All right, bye for now. Cheers, bye. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, to be honest, Rick, like the sickness bug that he's had, I know adults have had it, and so he needs to sort of stay away from other people's. But yeah, cheers for the offer, but we'll make my mum and dad sick before yours. Always good, making people ill. Yeah, cheers, guys. Catch you on Discord and what have you. I'll see you soon. All right, bye.